everyone has mastered to deny some kind of farm. And I feel like ONIC has realized they can't be stretched too thin, right? If you want to share your resources with everyone, then eventually you will lose out, and hoping to get all the way to the late game, which a lot of teams don't allow you to.
Do you guys want to know a fun fact?
Fun fact.
Kyrie has only won the Swiss stage with Yeast and shit.
Only YSS?
Yep. On the landslide he lost. It was against Team Spirit. It's
Well,
only YSS.
I got a quote here coming in from Keyboy. Say no to Sano. Falcon is strong, but not stable yet. Their gameplay depends a lot on Sano. If we can shut him down, we should be fine. BO1 has always been rough for me and San since M3. BO3 suits us better. BO2 is fine too. Funny how you can actually turn things around to ONIC and it still makes sense.
Yeah. The BO2 being fine is not really the case, though. I mean, we saw what happened.
When did we do BOTs again?
MSC 2024.
Oh, that's right.
Against SRG, against See You Soon it was, where they did not have a good run. They're not a... No, Keyboy, I think that's a bit of optimism.
That's a little cope, keyboard.
A little cope.
Let's keep it with the best of threes if you're for the Sonics here. But yeah, I think he points out a good point because we already highlighted that. Like, Sano has been a big part of, you know, making this lineup work from Team Falcons. And that seems to be the story, like, ever since the kind of change or shift that we've seen specifically within the gold lane, it's been the teams that are adjusting that process. I mean, some of the best gold laners out there, as we look at the head-to-head here, has had to go through that, you know? So you see, this is the comparison. It looks like, you know, Skylar playing more of the fighters, like you mentioned, the CC that we see, carry the highlight here for Sano. And you look at the difference. The KDA is not too different, neither is the average GPM here. But the team participation, obviously with a fighter CC, you're going to be a lot more involved in those fights, unless you're like what we saw in the previous matchup, you know, where you're just, or with Hiko, where he played the CC and was just running it down his lane, knocking down everything he could. But that's the thing I was saying is you really have to see these teams adjust the gold lane of meta for themselves, but also the way they approach the draft around that. If Claude is just banned out, which I kind of almost assume it's going to be, I don't think either of these teams really want the Claude to go through unless they really plan to kind of draft around that. We might see that difference between the gold laners.
Yeah, Sano so far, he only participates in the fight once he gets his item, because what Falcons really want to do is to make sure that Sano is on his own island. He has 4 games on the carry with a 50% win rate, and I would say all games, even in the games that they lost, it was actually quite close. So out of all the teams, Falcon is probably the only one that make carry actually look good.
Yep.
What is Carrie's win rate right now? Like,
It's
overall?
horrible.
It's terrible, right? It's under 30.
No,
For Sano.
For
yeah,
Sano.
for Sano, 50%.
That's what I'm saying. So for Sano, 50%. Everybody else across the board, it's like under 30%.
Ooh, yeah, it's like 20-something. 20,
Yeah, something,
is it 25 or 26? I think. Did we see a carry today? No, we didn't see a single carry today. Game 1, I think,
Game
right?
1.
And it lost.
Yeah. So right now, too, as we get ready to go in the draft, it's going to be expanding rivers. So here it is. YSS is respect, as you guys just mentioned.
There you go.
Kyrie's only, so both teams respect for each other. The utility, the Matilda, the Fredrin goes out. Baksha probably, do you think that'll be the last ban in the first phase for ONIC? Just take out the Baksha and then...
I feel like ONIC will ban something like an Eve or a Jushin.
Yeah.
Even though, yes, Cuffin is more like a Kimi kind of carry, but at the same time, I kind of feel like if they get something like a Jushin, they'll probably want to take it away from Sans.
What about the Claude, though, right now?
Oh, yeah, Claude, yeah,
Juice
of
and
course.
Eve, you can trade it open, but the Claude, I'm not too sure about Skylar on a Freya. See, like that's the question. If you have a good Freya player on your team, then you're fine actually letting go of the Claude. But if not, I think it's better to ban it out.
Oh, look at this. We're asking the chat who will win game 1. So far, only 2 for Falcon and 124 for ONIC.
It looks like just a yellow bar, man.
By the way, I like this carry ban because, again, this is their style. They want to have a very heavy front line. And maybe they just have a different pick for Sano here, forcing out ONIC. If ONIC does not ban out that carry, then probably easy carry pick for Falcons.
Yeah. Well, no, you mean the Claude?
Yeah, if ONIC doesn't ban Claude, yeah, good for Falcons.
So I was going to say, I think this just shows that they wanted to go ahead and prioritize the Claude.
Yeah.
You know, and then that would probably go back to the whole thing we talked about with Skylar playing a fighter in the gold.
Yeah. I think banning out the Claude is a safer option right now, right? And then Falcons can go for, say, Yeeve, then it'll be a Juicin plus Granger, maybe a Choke Ranger. They want to go for the straight-up trade. So if you go for the Claude, we'll go for the Juicin without anything to hold the Juicin back.
Well, it should be Claude.
It really should be.
Yeah. Because Cuffin also is still, again, more of a carry type rather than a support. Plus, I feel like if you're going up against Jushin, you can opt for something like a Zintian without that range, and then just slow them down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sora can be a really good red 3 as well for ONIC if there's no Valentina, if there's no the picks, and then ONIC can just ban out the counters towards it.
I think we'll just see them also just take the Claude and then
There you go.
eventually get the Baksha
So,
for Boyet here.
yep.
The
Juice
Grok is open, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you go Juice in Grok or do you go Juice in Cho?
That's a pretty good question. Yeah.
Teams have been opting for Cho, man. You know, like
Yeah.
especially here on the red.
But Falcons will get a nasty combo if they get Grok and Cho.
Grok Baxia.
Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be the
I like it.
Jushin.
Yes. This is the reason you don't ban Baksha as well, by the way. The Yuzong is a pretty good pick against the Baksha when it comes to stopping him from red tree, stopping him from getting the neutral objective.
All right, so we'll see if they actually go pick up their jungler right now for Boyet, but knowing that they've already got the Claude here, they're probably
Should be
I'm thinking
Grok.
just Grok, maybe Grok Farsa.
Yeah.
They want to go ahead and go and just pick up the Farsa here. Might be one of the unless later on they hold on to that mid lane pick and they potentially get like a Lunox or something. But
What about picking up the Lancelot for yourself, though, right? Because like ONIC are clearly gonna go for the Lancelot here. No,
Boyet has not used any assassins at all.
Yeah.
He
But-
even opted for the Akai.
agreed, but also you have to take into account the fact that ONIC have the Yuzong, so the neutral objectives aren't going to be that easy anymore. Kimmy pick though instead of the Farsa. Again, something that I'm not a big fan of, knowing that there's a Yuzong on the other side, especially considering ONIC are most likely gonna go Lancelot now,
Yeah, looks like Falcons, they're just going for pure comfort. Because
or even
again,
Haya.
Because again, this is kind of like their S tier, and we did set this up. It really is, depending on the draft here. I wouldn't say Falcon making too big of a mistake, as yes, it is their best heroes, and compared to other teams, they haven't had the opportunity to scream as much as everyone else. Let's just
Yeah.
put it that way.
who's that? ONIC?
No, Falcons.
Falcons. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Focusing on studies and
Yep,
all.
Yep.
I thought that was gonna be a Fanny pick red 3, not gonna lie. It's been a while since Kyrie has gotten the Fanny open in the banning phase, so the fact that they didn't pick it up means that they're comfortable putting in Kyrie on any hero, which isn't really the thing you would expect from ONIC
Yeah.
usually. You would usually see the pick for him early. But alright, they have mid prio with the Cho plus the Kimmy. Cho plus the Juicin.
Juicin.
Now they ban out the Grok. I think they do, right?
Yeah. Ban out the Grok, and then I don't know. Maybe Team Falcons will actually just hone in on.
Whoa.
Minotaur ban.
Huh,
Why the Minotaur?
Troll did use the Minotaur before, an amazing game, and the opponents just could not figure out how to deal with the Minotaur. In fact, he even stole the Lord.
Okay. There's no poke for now for ONIC, so that means that they want to go for, something of less range. That's why the CC gets caught up in the bans by Falcons. Good read.
Is Skylar gonna play the Freya? Are we gonna see Skylar on gold lane Freya, man?
The only other answer to the Claude so far, well, actually, the only answer has been Freya.
Who knows? They might even go for something like a Sora.
Sora Gold, that's true. That is another answer we've seen work. And they are going to ban out the Uranus, so the thing is, you have to go Sora last pick here, right? Because if not, then the Valentina comes in.
Yeah.
But what's stopping Falcons from doing the same thing and picking up the Sora? The Yuzong is already picked up, so you don't really have that matchup anymore. The Juicin is in mid, so Valentina's not possible.
What if you just ban a High or Lens?
Yeah, I think that will be the best choice.
I almost would say just like if you're gonna ban one of them, ban out the Haya. I mean, sorry, ban out the Lance.
Yeah, I
Either or, I think it's still
Yeah.
fine.
Like if you really, because most of these are targeted bans anyway, you might as well just go ahead and ban out the Lancelot so that Kyrie doesn't get that. I don't know. I don't expect him to pick up any other utility. They'll go with the Harith.
Interesting.
Okay, so Harith gold. So a lot of those gold lane options, they're just trying to once again play into that strength of Team Falcon so far, which has been Sano for a lot of times, and he gets the best gold lane hero right now. So setting up around that. Now ONIC on the response. Do they go their? They're gonna go. Do they pick up their jungle now?
Safe pick should just be the Lancelot, get a winning matchup for Skylar, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what we were thinking, either the Lance or the Haya.
Lance or Haya, they go for Haya. 33% win rate hasn't been the pick
Hasn't been that good.
to get you
Only won
wins a lot
twice.
here, yeah.
Yeah, winning twice here. But yeah, Falcon right now, I'm more worried about their EXP pick right now because having a front line, you will be basically crushed by the Jushin. So you need something that has a lot more mobility, but The only thing that comes to my mind right now is the
Lapu?
Lapu, Alice, to a certain extent, I guess, the Arlet, but it is kind of depends on how good you are on that pick.
I'm
This-
thinking.
Allow me
Oh, do they go?
Okay,
Hilda.
Oh yeah, Esme, forgot.
That's a really good deny, by the way. I was about to say maybe Esme Gold, but there's a Baksha and a Claude. So
This
what?
team can move really fast, man.
Yes.
Like Team Falcons, if you look at a lot of their lineups, like it revolves around mobility, you know, and
I
they'll go
honestly
ahead and
feel like
go
this is
with
going to be a Granger.
for ONIC.
Yeah. Because what else do you have, right?
Yeah, it's basically either Granger or like Fighter. Skylar might, but
Do you go Lunox?
Lunox Gold.
Yeah, it's not the best choice. I don't know how it does against the Claude, but never mind.
There it is.
you have the combo with Cho. That's what I was thinking about as well, and it's really good against the Baksha and the Esme. So they actually do it.
Yeah, so I think this one is a little bit up in the air because again, we did say about drafts and ONIC. Again, I kind of feel like this, puts fuel to the fire. We'll see how it works out, but the same can be said for Team Falcons. But at least for Team Falcons, again, they play one style,
Yeah.
so they roughly understand what kind of picks they need to achieve that style.
I like that Team Falcons basically still sticks to the fundamentals of their themselves here. Again, referencing the lineup ratings that we mentioned, it's you don't want to put too much weight towards it, but yes, they're pretty much even across the board. And if you do look at the draft, that's kind of how it feels when you look at both these coming into game one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final best of 3 for today. Falcons coming in, bringing the traditional style of a utility jungler again. Can they achieve a win against the Sky Kings, ONIC Indonesia?
It's our last match between our last two teams to move on to the knockouts. One spot left, and it comes down to this. It's a packed house here in the EXO Hall for this match. Once again here, favoring ONIC, but I would say even after the draft, Team Falcons, what they've been able to show us over the course of this Swiss stage, there's still potential for them to make this work, man. Troll's taking a ton of damage, still holding on to the flicker though.
Yeah, but I would say it's quite equal trade coming in from both sides. Took a little bit of damage there. Skylar just really utilizing the sustain he has to try and poke Sano out.
Oh, Shield Unity. San's actually flickering out there. That's going to be the mobilization field coming down. Makai gets first blood on Troll. That's Cuffin taken very low. Keyboy with a Shunpu out. Lethal taken by Boyet.
You always feel, I feel like we've seen that so many times, man. A team with a Cho on it, you kind of forget just how much damage output he can put early on in the level 1, level 2. Looking at this, again, what's that?
Festival of Blood on the Lunox.
Festival of Blood.
Yeah.
I guess it's a way to deal with the fighter emblem, right?
Yeah.
Skylar has to be careful. Will flicker out right as the Shield Unity runs out there. A bit of panic from Sans and Skylar.
Yeah, maybe just something that they've been practicing and telling each other is like, let's just respect. Sure, we might lose our spells, but hey, it's just 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy like that they have to worry about.
Ooh, good take.
Yeah, good take there, delaying Boyet, but like I said, he's going to be able to rotate pretty quickly. Cross the map here on the Baksha, once again, one of his marquee heroes that he likes to pick up. Kyrie waiting patiently, though. There's a potential here for a play before the turtle breaks out. It does spawn up, Troll's giving the information, but right now, ONIC controls this space.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Troll trying to trade just a little bit against Keyboy. Sanji, though, is going to take a bit of damage coming in from ONIC Indonesia. So if Team Falcons still decide to contest, they just got to be a little bit careful because they're not the healthiest right now.
Yeah.
Purple buff take, though, from Kai right now. They're going to do a lot of damage over to Troll. Skylar has already rotated from the gold lane now, and that's going to be Troll caught at the bad spot. Kai with the quad shadow, a lift up from Boyet there. Tortoise Boy Sans coming down, and that's the burst for Skylar walking up as well. Black Dragon from on the turret, tough finish, surely gonna fall from the skies. Ludpi falls as well, Furious dive. Troll under turret, taken low. It's a double for Ludpi before he falls.
They traded it out. I mean, that was ONIC just putting the pressure on the wound there. They get the turtle as well, so just kind of a chaotic fight for Team Falcons and the way they approached it, and ONIC comes out with the win in that one.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate because Team Falcons, they are being as proactive as they can. It's just an ONIC ID. They're responding very well.
Quad shadow for Kai, nope. Saves it, doesn't go for it, instead goes for the XP crab.
Yeah, because right now they're just trying to extend the lead here. 1.6K at 3 minutes of the game. Looking at the items, in terms of the goal difference, sure there is in jungle, but I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Boxia is not trying to farm up super fast anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the goal lane there, I think this lead will be quite painful for Sano later on.
Yeah, that's why he has to kind of... I mean, that's the case for every Claude we've ever seen so far in the Swiss stage, you know? You're kind of holding on the best you can. You're dealing with getting bullied, especially as teams have adapted to dealing with the Claude. But still, nonetheless, once you get those 3 items, you know, usually under the 10-minute mark for most Trinities, then that's when you really get to shine. And then that advantage that Skylar has, you know, it becomes more of a team thing. But right now, he's pretty much just able to post up in this lane because of he is a Lunox, and then he has the emblems that he has, the Festival of Blood, like you guys mentioned. So he almost doesn't have to worry about anything when it comes to laning him. It's more so the objective. Look at that early Divine Glaive.
Wow.
Rushes the Divine Glaive, first item.
Yep. Now you know exactly what it's picked for, man. It's just picked for the front line.
Big damn.
But the thing is as well, Claude does not have a good time against the Lunox because once you go in for the Blazing Duet, Troll taking a lot of damage.
Wait, the Dragon as well with the Shadow Kill, and that's going to be Troll dying in the hands of Keyboy.
That was layered really well. Again, synergy right now from ONIC. They're going to continue to put pressure now on this side of the jungle. Just trying to take the purple.
Yep.
Oh, here comes Sanji though. They don't want to fight this, do they?
Kyrie retreat, by the way, so they're going to take a bit of time. They won't go straight for the neutral. Actually, they will.
He's just going to start it up. I think maybe they want to bait a fight here.
Yep. Brilliance coming down, Keyboy with Jikundo disengaging. Sano there, and then Skylar healing back up with the minion waves, man. Really good stuff. Oh yeah, taking control over the neutral objective. Black Dragon probably going to use up by Ludwig, trying to go in again as Keyboy goes for the way the Dragon, locks him down. Still retreat from Boyan as Keyboy gets a Jikundo, the shampoo on, the flickers out the safety. Lupe with the re-engage. Kai with a killing spree now. It's a double. Make it another for Sans. Traction pulse going wide.
Wow. The damage coming in from ONIC Indonesia is just a little bit too much and more accessible instantly, where Team Falcons, they kind of want to set things up. Both Sanji as well as Sano, they don't deal immediate burst damage in comparison to Skylar on this Lunox, as well as Kyrie on this Hayabusa.
This feels tough to see when your Boxia is behind. Kyrie now level 10. Just kind of the speed that a Hayabusa is able to farm up in comparison to a Boxia is just really highlighted here. You can see how much gold Kyrie's got. You know, even though they started up the turtle and he didn't have the retribution, they knew that if there was going to be a fight, we have enough damage that we can actually just kind of overload it and capitalize on that anyways, and that's what we saw. That's why even that Divine Glaive early pickup for Skylar was such a big pickup, because you saw how much damage he was able to just kind of burst out on demand here. So with this, it's all ballooned to 4,000 plus gold lead for ONIC.
I thought for sure with a lead like this, Kai would go for a Sky Piercer first or second item after the Hunter Strike, but nope. He's staying consistent, doesn't want to risk it. Troll.
All right, Troll's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm with Mirko on this one. I thought he would go for the Sky Piercer just to make it like basically uncomebackable for Team Falcons. And now ONIC ID, they are pressuring the gold lane a little bit, but we've seen Team Falcons in this situation before. I believe by Second Lord, they will be able to come back. So it's really just the question whether ONIC ID will actually give them that opportunity, because we've seen what a even 4-item Claude can do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what most Claudes have to end up doing if they are playing behind, even more so. So this turtle comes up here in a couple seconds. Looks like they want to make a play. Keyboard.
Great cut. Jikundo, not even the way to drag it there. Purify baited out. Skylar gets the kill there. They didn't use a single ultimate there. Skylar didn't even use his ultimate, right?
No, I believe not. And
wow.
Even so, Keyboy knew that he was just going to catch him even without using the kick or the flicker. So that's going to be a clean turtle take now. Last one of the game, they're going to go and try to get these tier 1s in the mid.
Kyrie secures the turtle. That's going to be the Petrifying Fierce Dive. Blocking Troll down very low. The Lancer Flare on him. Kai with a double goes to the back as well. Gets the quad shadow. And that's a triple. Now looking for another kill, as that's going to be the backup coming down from Sans with the Crimson Beacon. Skylar flickering in to provide safety. It's an all-in under the tier 2. They don't care about the turrets. They'll wipe Team Falcons out under the tier 2.
Skylar said, I got you, bro, but he didn't even need to. They end up dismantling Team Falcons, clipping the wings this early on.
Dude, like, It's been a while since we see Hayabusa deal this much damage this early. We're going to be looking at an instant replay here, and the fight starts all the way in mid. And it starts off just because this Hilda could not take any damage, and we can't blame him.
Jeez.
Skylar on this Lunox just deal with the front line, and then Kyrie goes after the back lines. The lead is too much, and then there's just nothing the Team Falcons can realistically do.
I bet he wish he had the Sky Piercer, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you know, but he went with the Hunter Strike, and then what was it, War Axe, second item, so, you know, and you're still pumping out that much damage, and with a Warcry emblem on to boot.
Now it's BOD next.
BOD next.
Well, I guess we're gonna probably have another 10K difference game. It's been a story for today, huh?
Bro, Lightning Trunch, that Skylar's gonna deal some bombastic damage.
I mean, Suns does have that Wishing Lantern, so it's kind of like on all fronts.
Yeah.
There's no way Team Falcons can itemize against this.
Oh my god, Sanji cannot survive. Actually, he does with a Purify there. Good shield unity over on Kai, but now the Dragon comes around, flying by. Troll isolated, taken out by Skylar.
That's basically what a lead like this does, man.
Yeah, you cannot take fights.
Yeah, you can't really take fights, and sometimes you're just kind of holding on, trying to survive, and you're able to survive, but then you just lose the battle, and with this Lord coming up now, this has been the story all series long for our matches today. Oh, Skylar just jumping on forward. They want to get the shield down before they even take the Lord, so that's one step down. So Lord is up, they'll rotate ONIC in a clear control of this game. Massive lead now, almost 9,000 gold. And just ready to march towards the base of Team Falcons once this Lord is locked in. BOD now for Kyrie too. So if you're Team Falcons here and you're thinking, you know, what do you do in this situation? Obviously, always we think about, all right, they've got to hold on. They need that itemization to happen here. But I think even so, like you see some defensive items now being picked up. A couple Radiant armors for Troll and Sanji. But Sano just isn't where he needs to be. Again, this is past the 10-minute mark. And he's still building into, I believe he's got DHS and Golden Staff. He doesn't have his third item yet. So very delayed in the average Trinity time, at least for the Claudes right now. So you just lack the amount of damage throughput that you need. And so you have to continue to hold on the defense here.
Uh-oh. Knock up over to Boyet. Quad Shadow landing as well, but the Poissons keeps him alive for now. Falling Star Moon going wide. Retraction Pulse landing only on Keyboy. Skylar jumps in a bit more damage on Sanji, but no kill threat just yet.
If only the Lunox ult has a longer cooldown. But the fact that the cooldown itself is so short, by the time the Lord is there, they're going to be doing basically all their skills, and they might take at least 3 members of Team Falcons, if not just ending it here. And now Holy Crystal on Skylar as well.
Yikes.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't have enough damage at this point.
Oof. This is so tough with both shields being down top and mid. These should be the base turrets going down too, so ONIC might just force a fight. Keep an eye on Keyboy as well, as he got Flicker available. They go with the top turret, mid turret's gonna be next, so are they gonna go?
Keyboy with the way the Dragon and the Flicker combo cancel or takes Boyet very, very low. Skylar with the damage! Shadow kill on towards the Petrified lock him down. Kai still waiting for it. That's a Blazing Duet and the BMI backwards onto the fountain. ONIC have the base wide open. Quad Shadow landing again. It's Luke P who gets a double, and Kai goes legendary. 19-1. ONIC wants the knockout stage. They smell it. A game away from securing it.
A dominant game of 1 here for ONIC. Under the 12-minute mark, 19-1, just an insane game, clean as ever across the board from the champions of Indonesia.
Being clean is one thing. Ended the game at 11:53, 19-1, almost 14,000 gold difference. Something about today, man. It's not like the last day of wildcards where every game is super close. This one is just who stomps harder. At this point, everyone is competing to see who has the larger gap against their opponents.
Yeah, you can see, again, that's the faces of Team Falcons right now just kind of, I don't know if the communication was just, or they're just demoralized, but not the game they were looking for, you know, with things on the line the way it is. And I don't know if it's just what they've experienced, you know, for years now, or for the past year. But this one was a tough one, man. Like, looking at this, it was just ONIC taking everything that they wanted. It's like they could just show up, say, all right, we want this kill, we want these, we want that. And there was nothing you could really do about it. And so it even goes to show that when it comes to the draft and you get your quality heroes or you get that big pick right now, which is a Claude, like first pick, there is always ways to deal with it. And that, I don't know if it just came down to, you know, shutting the entire team down the way that it was played, but even so, like, let's say it wasn't that big of a shutdown. I think the Lunox pick in the gold lane, especially rushing that Divine Glaive from Skylar, the way that he played it, the way that he was able to sustain with his emblem setup, it doesn't really shut down, per se, the Claude alone in the lane, but it at least stops it in its tracks where, like, I'm okay.
Willing to give the Claude over if they're on red, right?
I think they would have, like,
Because here's the thing, I feel
Carry?
like ONIC just draft against their style. Because again, let's remember all the picks they've been pick up. Jushin and then Yuzong. Both basically already destroys their comp. No matter what picks they pick, their playstyle gets destroyed by both a Jushin as well as a Yuzong. And then after that, it's just icing on the cake, right? So it's kind of like even the first two picks, it's already like, all right, checkmate. What are you gonna do? Basically, this draft is for formalities. So ONIC just figured out if you're not gonna change, we already have a way to deal with you.
that's what I'm saying. If your game plan, which has been Team Falcon's game plan of a singular approach and not having that potential to dip into the assassin compositions that we're used to seeing, it kind of narrows it down where it actually makes it easier to draft against and
Exactly.
to ban against, and that's the upper hand. And why, if you look at nearly all the teams here at M7, all of them have figured out a way to make these different compositions work, whether it's around assassins or whether it's around utility, and that is the upper hand right now. So if your team is lacking in that, having that in their repertoire, then that's very easy to go and ban through the draft.
For real. And on the other side, it's very difficult for Falcon to actually pinpoint what makes ONIC strong, because now, I mean, they ban out the carry, they try to put in these save points for their composition, but those save points turned out to be not so safe. It turns out to be that Skylar can play a whole lot more than just the marksman. He can actually bring up a Lunox in the gold lane, something that I did say, but was something that is still quite unexpected.
Yeah, right now we're looking at the game recap here, and honestly not much to say. Sano did not have a good time to be able to deal damage, and that's basically because of Loopy. Loopy always charges straight at him. Skylar doing the most amount of damage, actually 50,000 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's that Divine Glaive rush pick right there, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, when you look at this, I'm just even wondering, like, if it wasn't the Yuzhong or the Jushin, would it have been much different? You know, I feel like Yuzhong he provides so much pressure, like, from many different compositions that work, and that's why for the most part, he's been banned out, right? Yuzhong barely slips through the draft right now, and when it is, teams will go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah, the Jushin as well. Again, I was worried because looking at the bans, both Jushin as well as Eve counters the draft quite heavily. And on the Yuzon just makes it worse, right? So they had some time to discuss. I really feel like they got to switch it up with the bans, because I feel as strong as carry is against their style, I don't think it's worth it. Especially after Skylar can use a Lunox. Definitely not worth it. So
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta take out. I don't know. I honestly don't know between Eve and Jushi which one you gotta respect.
Brother,
Yeah.
there's not enough ban slots right now.
Even if you respect one of those, Claude gets open, you respect one of those, and again,
Yuzong.
Kalea gets open, Yuzong as well. So that's why I feel like maybe going on red side isn't the best idea, but also you want to take it away from ONIC, because ONIC have notoriously been more successful on red, even from back in the M4 days. Oh, sorry, M5 days.
That's why I think when we get to the draft here in a second, you'll see if they are going to change the plan or not. This is the map stats, though, so now this is updated. Got a whole lot of broken walls.
Yeah.
And
we're on broken walls again.
we're on broken walls again. That's 1735. 1738. Anyway. It's one of the things I'm going to say. Like, as quick as last one went, I don't know if we're going to get close to that average game time right now with broken walls. Unless Team Falcons can surprise us with this draft, and this is where it's going to happen. You look at
Let's
this, they're
see.
still on the blue side, man.
Yeah, they have to.
They did ban out the Claude.
So maybe they want to prioritize the Jushin here. Yeah, you get Jushin.
But
So,
Yuzong comes out.
Yuzong?
Yeah.
Yuzong Cho.
Yuzong Cho? Yeah. Makes sense for Car.
Oh, it makes
Oh.
I'm not so sure about that, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, sure, ONIC.
They just want to take it because, again,
Oh, Sano pick,
Sano
yeah.
pick.
Fair.
I wonder if they want to go for a Granger. It's dangerous, but
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to be the pick for ONIC Ranger. But yeah, they go carry.
do you go for
I think for Falcons, it should be... Ooh.
Cho?
So
I
again,
don't remember Troll on this pick.
yeah, he was actually really good on this pick a while back as well. So
I was gonna say this is one of his like older heroes that we've seen him play before. So I feel like in a way it's comfort, but also like your question is, do you pick up your jungle now, knowing that the Fredrun was already banned? You know, do you want to go Baksha again for Boyet? I'm not sure if that's the best choice.
oh man, I'm
Especially
not a
with
fan
the
of it,
Yuzong.
yeah. Ooh, there you go.
Really?
Here's the swerve.
But this isn't like a proper answer to the Yuzong. This is still a problem.
This is
like,
what we asked for, though. Like technically.
Yeah, but if you were going to go for an assassin, why not Lance? Lancelot actually, you know, gets past both. More so the Yuzong actually.
I mean, again, we just don't know what's going on in their camp. Maybe they need. I don't know. I don't know what Haya really offers that a Lance cannot give. So yeah, I don't know. We just don't know what's going on in their camp.
I think it's just more so of they did this to us.
Uh,
Let's go ahead and just try to run it back, you know, but in our hands.
Oh yeah, it is roughly the same draft.
wow. Now that's a pick that has been pretty horrible in the wild card, but 0% picked here in the Swiss stage, and
Did it win
it's
in the wild
actually.
card?
No,
It didn't, right?
It lost both times it was picked up. It was also in the grand final, so yeah. But this is San's signature pick, by the way. When he first transitioned into mid lane, it was this and Xavier.
Man, I'd love to see a Xavier pop up, man. Like at least some point. I do think when we get to the knockouts, though, like we'll see some more of those adaptations go on here. You can see that Uranus going to be banned out again. XP lane still going to be up for grabs, of course. Over here for Team Falcons and going against Yuzong, I'm wondering what that will be. You know, because again, you want to be able to go ahead and have some similar impact that the Yuzong's obviously going to have throughout this.
I'm very interested on Falcon's gold lane pick here because honestly, for ONIC, they're kind of doing the thing again where they are having multiple threats on each side of the spectrum.
All
right?
fronts, yeah.
Yeah, the front line, they're going to have a hard time against Lilia as well as the carry. And then the back line is going to not have a good time against the Yuzong. Maybe there will be a pick for Kyrie to go to the back lines as well. A Joy or something if it's let true. But yeah, like ONIC right now have a pretty good draft where I feel like for any marksman, they kind of don't like go up against this kind of draft.
Yeah. How
Do they
crazy
want
would
to
it
go
be?
crazy like a Moscow or something? I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
a
a
fan.
fan, but like it always comes to your head like what do they want?
I think it should just be the Granger, honestly, right? Like that's the only other safe choice to go for.
Granger, but then also too, like, what do you put in the jungle
Yeah, now that's well. Oh wait, for ONIC?
for ONIC? Yeah, since the
Okay.
Lancelot was banned, Hayabusa is taken. Like, is this where we see would Kyrie end up playing utility here?
I think it does. It's not bad. You already have a Yuzong, carry, and a Lilia.
Yeah.
A lot of damage there already.
Like, does he play the Baksha?
It's actually not bad.
Yeah, because it's the last ban. I think that's what Team Falcon is trying to decide too. Like, do we
If
go?
I was Kyrie, I would put in my contract never ask me to use a boxy ever again. just a personal touch, just a what do you call it? A fine print. Be like, I'm willing to sign up.
Yeah.
You just gotta agree to this one line.
No Baksha for me.
But yeah, I agree. It's still a pretty good pick.
Oh
for
wait,
them.
Fanny's still open. You're gonna have to deal with a Cho, but maybe you last pick it then. You go for a Roamer. Now, how crazy would it be if they go Minotaur themselves? Because they ban Minotaur with the composition you see on the left.
Yeah.
Keyboy can play Minotaur. He's pretty good at it. What if they go Kufra even, right?
They got some smiles on their face, man. I don't know. Like,
It has to be a strange one here if Keyboy's laughing like that.
yeah.
Adi's probably like, Kufra? Haha, let's go, coach. Also, not meta.
Does the Lilia work pretty good against the Jushin too? I mean, I feel like
Ah, boring.
That's normal.
But hey, that's
Maybe he was asking permission.
Maybe he was, and then Coach Ali's like, no.
No.
But it does make it difficult for a Granger. Right, you got to penetrate the high loss, and then the Yuzon's going to chase after you. It's not going to be having a fun time.
Makes it difficult for the Hayabusa as well, because right now there's Revitalize on top
yeah,
of the Black
true.
Shoes, so
Dude.
much sustain.
Your escape just kind of sucks in general.
Yeah.
Like trying to get away from a Yuzhong flying over you, a Glorious Pathway drop down, and then a Lilia, depending on the build path too.
Kind of
Like,
crazy.
yeah, it's just going to be annoying to try to disengage if they don't get the upper hand in terms of a team fight, because you really have to protect whoever your gold laner is going to be for Sano especially. And, you know, it's not like they're super tanky either. So that's, if they get into that fight, and you know there's going to be a Revitalize over here by ONIC, so that's why they pick up the glue. They do go the glue. They pick up ACC. That kind of helps with some of the durability issues that they were going to have here.
I like that.
I like that
I
too.
like the CC pick, yeah.
Really, really good stuff here by Falcons. All right, and it fits with the composition, right? Actually,
It's kind of all in-ish
Yeah.
on Boyet. But, hey, like,
I think that's what I'm saying. This is the change that maybe they needed. Whoa, Guinevere.
whoa!
Guinevere gold?
LaFell, your favorite pick? No, it's jungle.
Oh, yeah. I was like, huh? Guinevere.
Your favorite pick of all time, LaFell. It did break its curse. Detective won on it yesterday.
did you see how hard it is to win that one?
Yes, but it starts hard, and then after that, you know, it gets easier.
Yeah, that's what she said. But yeah, now for both teams here, this is potentially the final hurrah for Team Falcons, wondering if switching up their playstyle, going for double fighters, going for assassin, will it actually work against ONIC Indonesia here? Well, we're going to find out, because we're jumping into the Land of Dawn. Falcons against ONIC Indonesia. One more game for ONIC to advance to the knockout stage, but also one more game for Falcons to be eliminated. Welcome to the Land of Dawn.
Hey, we asked for it leading into this. Team Falcons changed up the game plan. Boyet on the Assassin on this Hayabusa. Built nearly pretty much the same, it looks like, even in the emblems that we just saw in the hands of Kyrie. So maybe this is going to help them out. I like those last two picks, like you guys mentioned. Those are very good choices here for Team Falcons. Bending the meta we've seen them play into. Can they pull it off is a big question against this.
I want in my head canon to be like the coach saying, like, it's either Boxier or Gwyn. And then Kyrie's like, you know what, give me that Gwyn. I do not want to use that Boxier anymore.
I think so. I think it's a very good reason as well why he doesn't want to be on the Baksha. I think there's more of a chance that it's a Baratz even than a Baksha.
Yeah.
As far as we haven't seen that yet.
It's a bit annoying to maintain the stacks, especially if you're losing early.
Huh? Troll?
Troll?
Goes in way too aggressive, has to burn Flicker.
All right, that is...
Although I'm pretty sure he was pulled, right?
By who?
Oh, wait, yeah. Like,
Yeah, he was.
yeah, why
pulled,
was
yeah.
he there?
He just went in, I guess.
He just went in, man. Cuffin's on the Jushin, so, you know, just unfortunate because, yeah, it's a battle spell down, but just has to kind of adjust from there. But I am wondering how this Lilia will actually work out and play out. I know that, you know, good pick for Sans in general, one of his heroes that he likes to play, but since it hasn't been picked yet in the Swiss stages, it might be one of the answers if it ends up finding success here that we might have to consider going into the knockout stages. Looks like there want to be some focus up here, but this is a hat-trick.
Very interesting. I'm not too sure about that. That's going to be the turnaround by Sanji with Flicker in. Kyrie to be caught in the bad spot now as Limpy jumps in, but Revitalize keeps them alive for a bit. Boyet picks up first blood, and that's 2 on the board for Team Falcons. Keyboy against 3, mounted on now. Cuffin walks over. That's a free kill to Team Falcons. ONIC down 3 kills early.
Hey, that is a huge early game now for Team Falcons on a lineup that they brought, changing what
was
we've
that?
seen from them. That is a good question, but hey, Team Falcons now will get them a turtle off of it.
Yeah, very interesting to execute the full combo and not exiting the moment you realize you're under the turret. Because even if you do get a kill, you're going to be so low that you're probably not going to be contesting. Oh, hold on, Loopy.
Full dive, away the dragon as well. Limpy to be chain CC'd and taken down again. 0-2-0 on the dragon.
Team Falcons is off to get to a game 3, man. I feel like They took the first 3 picks that ONIC used against them, and now they are making it work in their hands.
That's kind of fun as a coach. Being like, you know what? I don't want to think about the draft. Your draft was pretty good. Let's just take it.
Let's just copy paste, but not fully.
Yeah. So that people don't know. We'll be like, no, it's original. We got to glue. Right? We got to glue. But yeah, Lilia will eventually become a problem when all the front lines are there. But if Team Falcons continue to extend their lead, then yeah, the Lilia might not be that big of an issue. Just let Sano or Sanji poke her out, and then she couldn't do much. Lupido at 0-2-0. This is an amazing start for Team Falcons, making sure that Yu Zong will not have the same impact as game number 1.
I'm wondering. Oh, whoa.
Wait, the Dragon over on Keyboy. Revitalize keeps him alive, but look at the curtain call! And the Yo-Yo Blitz. Man, too much damage. Another kill over to Team Falcons.
They are not letting up, man. They know they have this bit of an advantage. Oh, Troll?
Spatial Migration, the Valor Requiem sounds should be on the board here. Skylar flickers out to safety. But Cuffin's still there, and Sano will be able to get a few good hits on this shield.
Okay, Team Falcons knows they have an advantage right now. They're playing into their team comp that works really well. Looking at the items building up too, this is, it looks like Boyette's gonna maybe do the same thing. He goes Hunter Strike, first item right now. We'll be building possibly into the War Axe too, just like we saw Kyrie do. But it's not a massive lead in by all means across the lanes, and it looks like ONIC wants to go ahead and contest this one, not giving this one up. They know that they're in a position to fight. Revitalize isn't available just yet, but all the ultimates are, you can see some good push down to the bottom side. They're going to fight this.
Spatial Migration, the Valor Requiem now. That's going to be a good pick by Troll over onto Skylar. Now everything Petrify coming down though. Sky is able to pick up the kill. Sano picks up the turret down below. Lil goes in with Furious Dive. That's Skylar taken down, but the mount down comes in as Sans has to use, oh no, he actually keeps the Black Shoes alive. Cuffin gets out in time. Revitalize, slam! Sanji cannot get through the Revitalize for now. It's Kai who actually falls still. Despite all of it, a messy team fight, but it's ONIC who actually win out in the kills, but Team Falcons got an objective.
Yeah, and like a lot of gold goes over to Sano, so Sano should be able to scale up in the sense that the next time that they fight, there's going to be quite a lot of damage that ONIC Indonesia might not be prepared for, and I feel like that was just Team Falcons getting caught because Boyette came in. I thought he should be able to get more kills, but got stunned up, but I feel like they should not allow that mistake to happen again.
Yeah, that fight would have gone obviously way different if Sano was a part of it, and so ONIC will get a couple kills off of it, but ultimately still losing the turtle too, as the second one now goes to Team Falcons. But if they go in for those fights like that, and especially like we've seen with this glue so far, man, the glue when it's picked up, it's really difficult to kind of take care of, especially early on. If you don't have that itemization that you need, you don't have enough damage to kind of overload that durability from the glue, and that's why it was such a good pick in the draft when it came up on the 4th pick there. So it's still up to ONIC to kind of scale into this game, especially like we've mentioned every single time the carry is locked in. You know that you need time to go ahead and build up on here, and so that's what Skylar is doing. Not too far behind in terms of overall gold either, just a few hundred gold off of that #1 spot for Sano, as Sano did get a lot of extra gold, like we just mentioned, from pushing down that tier 1.
I'm just worried for Skylar here is that whenever he's in range to deal damage, Team Falcons, every single person here is in range to basically catch him. So it will really be on Kyrie as well as Lupi, just to make sure that everyone is kind of controlled. I would say more for Kyrie. If Kyrie gets multiple members so that Skylar can be hit, then hey, this good is looking pretty good.
I think that's why he also, he's got the concentrated energy now too. So it's really gotta be up to them to layer what they have available for ONIC. But right now with Team Falcons comfortably building now into their second items. Same thing, Sanji picking up a Radiant Armor, got Dreadnought as well. So he's tanky enough to deal with a lot of what's being thrown at him, and that's why it works really well. It also allows Troll to have the space that he needs here on the Chobik. See him scouting things out up top. This last turtle of the game though, 10 seconds away from coming up. Wondering how ONIC will approach this one. They caught Boyette last time. Might not be able to pull it off again. You can see even Kyrie behind in terms of levels alone. Level 9 to Boyette's 11. They have complete control around this turtle.
Oh, really good slam, pass now. Kyrie getting mounted, pops in the Valor Requiem, but it doesn't do anything. Asano goes through him. Keyboy glorious pathway earlier as well. So many resources burnt, but no value. Look, P went to aggressive troll! Oh my god, baits out the Petrify! But he already used his own flicker. Black Shoes coming down. Sans able to escape without a slam, pass down everything! Sans is down in the mid lane, and it is all Team Falcons.
I wonder if Team Falcon is just conditioning everyone to say that we have one playstyle, and then when it mattered the most, they change it up. And then by the time you're planning against this style, they just like, nah, just kidding, we want to go back to the utility.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big question because they haven't showed it throughout the Swiss stages, and I'm sure people were like, yeah, can they play this kind of style? Well, look at what's happening right now. 5,000 gold ahead of ONIC. And like we mentioned, you know, they went with very similar picks, at least in the first phase, but even so, that Glue and the CC are working out so well right now. And you have to look at, okay, well, can they continue to go ahead and do this throughout the game? Can they go ahead and continue to secure themselves the objectives? The next one going to be the Lord in a little over than a minute. And yeah, they're in a great position to be able to do that. You know, they've also allowed themselves to just scale really into this game, and it's hard actually now for ONIC to make something happen. Keyboy dropping down the pathway.
Yeah, he might die for that. Never mind. He has to burn Revitalize though.
I mean, like, if the idea is to take as much resources from ONIC as possible and then try again, that really did work out. They just got to be careful of Kyrie. Misses that.
Yeah.
That. Oh, Troll though. He's going to spot them out.
Here's time for the Petrify, but it's only onto Sano. No damage coming down. Sano taken very low, but he's still able to survive now. Black Dragon form comes around, and that's going to be Sans picked up again.
Ooh.
Sano taking low, still able to stay with the current call! Sano on a killing spree, Cuffin! Gonna slam Keyboy down to the ground, and now it's a re-engage. Kyrie taken out by Boyet. Another kick onto Skylar. Team Falcons have wiped ONIC ID out.
Just like ONIC did to Team Falcons in Game 1, Team Falcons gets their revenge in a similar fashion against ONIC, now getting themselves almost to 9,000 ahead at the 10-minute mark. What a game so far for Team Falcons.
Dude, like, that Jushin play, man, like,
yeah,
that shows how much damage the buff was, because you pick up Hylos, one of the highest HP pool heroes in the game, and then you dropped it on ONIC ID. Pick him up again, drop him again, like, I mean, not him, but someone else, but still, that was actually quite a lot of damage coming in from the Jushin. You know what, Muntan, this is a legit buff for this hero.
Jushin is too much, man. Like, the amount of utility that comes with her and the amount of damage that is there. Mind you, that whole fight, by the way, was started by ONIC.
Yep.
Yeah.
They chose to fight that, knowing that they were also basically gapped gold-wise at that time, about 5,000–6,000 gold.
10,000 gold difference now. Something about today.
Something about today, man. All these games.
Oh.
Well.
All right, so at least there's no shadow kill. Sans has very good clear with the help of Skylar down below, but is it good enough to clear the Lord? Lord's pathway used to get a little bit of an angle, and they do clear out the Lord here, but again, it's a 10,000 gold lead. They won't be able to enter their own jungle.
Well, you just gotta wait out for the power spike coming in from Skylar, and if they lose, Guinevere, man, something like that.
Yeah, there's something wrong with it. Oh,
Look, he's gonna be caught. Oh, good Petrify! Now, Spatial Migration, Valor Requiem combo over, but it's only onto the Roamer right now as the Mana comes in, but it's on the turret right now, so the turret will do a lot more damage. Sanji flickers out to safety though, and they'll keep their lead. No kills over, no bounties to ONIC.
Yeah, it's better that they don't actually choose to fight that. They just kind of choose to live to find another day there.
Yeah, looking at the items here, not even... Okay, so now there's a Hunter Strike on Sano. Sano probably thinking that this kind of draft kind of is difficult for you to end the game. So you got to make sure that the next time they fight, able to do a lot, try to kill 3 to 4 members, and then try to end the game that way. In terms of the other itemization here, the Endless Battle now for Hayabusa on Boyet. Whoever he catches, as long as it's an actual target, they will probably die.
Yeah, this is the thing too. You know, you look at where the itemization is for ONIC. Obviously, you got the Trinity now for Skylar. He's building into a most likely defensive item, at least maybe the Wind of Nature here, or I'm not sure if he actually wants to go Malefic Gun. But as long as they continue to buy themselves time, we have seen teams kind of slip up, and they really have to make a massive mistake if you're Team Falcons for ONIC to actually get back into this game. Anti-Karas now picked up by Keyboy too. A little more defensiveness will help them out, but with Team Falcons in this kind of lead, they are not letting up. Troll using Conceal again.
Lancer Flare picking Keyboy up. Kyrie actually misses the spatial migration. Now Glorious Panther coming down with a Petrify and the Fierce Dive over on 2. With about a Requiem, they actually tear down Sano. Sanji's gonna fall next as well. The damage is stacking up. The crowd is starting to roar again in Indonesia.
Oh man, 2 big kills right before the Lord comes up in about 10 seconds too. That's what I was talking about. That is a blunder. I just mentioned Team Falcons would have to make a big mistake. Well, that was a big mistake. Now, can they delay and stop ONIC from taking this Lord? If they do secure this, that's going to be a massive swing further in their favor here. They're just starting it up. They're blitzing it down.
Cuffing to be caught, does not have a Purify. He gets shut down as well. Wade is dragging over to Skylar right now, but Skylar's able to survive for a long time now. Still goes through, flickers out. The quad shadow from Boyet takes him out. No shadow left to play with Kai. Can he go for it? Quad shadow landing, Lutpi. Does he survive this? That's Boyet with a walk-up. Kai tries to go over to spatial migration on Boyet, but can't find the angle as Boyet continues to stalk ONIC down in their jungle. Keyboy's looking for the stun. Boyet will not go for it. ONIC they sneak a Lord.
Yeah, ONIC Indonesia, once they get those picks, because now Skylar does do quite a lot of damage. And yeah, I didn't even realize, yeah, Coven does not have the Purify.
Yeah.
Which comes to the question, I don't know why he didn't flicker earlier, because once you see the Glorious Pathway on your tracks, I kind of feel like it's a safe bet to kind of just flicker away.
Yeah, I actually was like, waiting for him to do it too, man. And so they'll clear out the Lord, that's fine. They're still ahead, 6,000 ahead for Team Falcons. But what that last couple minutes did for ONIC was give them back some momentum, give them some space to get actually resources out of their jungle now, and continue to build up, especially defensively. Earlier on, they were being shredded through and dealt with.
Ooh, gets
Troll.
found out.
Yeah, he's looking for those angles because we've seen it before. Like I was saying, you know, you got yourself now about 4,000, 5,000 gold over to your team if you're ONIC. And so you're in a much better fighting form to be able to take some of these fights. So looking at the updated items, you can see this, right? So the Malefic Gun is what Skylar went for. Now building into most likely Win in Danger. They're gonna go again.
Oh, Sanji.
Pathway dropped. They gotta watch out for Troll.
Ooh. Okay, that's it. Lightning Truncheon for Cuffin. There you go.
And just make sure deals a little bit more damage. Because, yeah, this is just something that their team is lacking just a little bit, because they do quite a lot of damage on the front lines. But just in case someone gets caught, because again, no purifies at all for Team Falcons. Whoever gets caught by Kyrie, that's it. They're probably going to die. The damage from Skylar as well as Sans is probably just a little bit too much for Team Falcons.
Yeah.
So someone has to be opening up the vision here, and I'm guessing that's Troll. But at the same time, Troll wants to get a good flank angle. They got to figure out where Kyrie is, because the next time they get caught, that might be GG. That might be an angle for ONIC ID to win the team fight. And then if not end the game, expose one of the sides of the map.
Yeah, it's really, it's got, even though with a lead like this, Team Falcons still has to be very cautious. Not only with the lack of purifies, but also just the amount of crowd control that we talked about that can be set up and utilized with this composition. Yes, they have crowd control themselves. You know, they're able to go ahead and utilize, especially this Jushin with them. Troll, once again, it could become down to one of those clutch conceal kicks if Troll's able to find especially the right target. That might be one of those cases where like he's got to lock down either Skylar to force a flicker or maybe even Kyrie. And that might just be his job. You know, Troll, he's done it in the past.
Uh-oh.
Do it again. This Lord is up. Team Falcons spotted out the positioning here. They're going to go start this up, but ONIC, they want to go and respond. Troll, Immortality now available to him. Lord's going to go for a reset.
That base turret is so low up top, but they actually managed to clear it in a way where it should be building back towards him. Keyboy's trying to bait out the mount, but Sanji is very patient with it.
Yeah, right now for ONIC ID as well as Team Falcons is a bit of a push and pull here, where they're trying to bait out, like for Falcons, they just want to bait out Kyrie. For ONIC Indonesia, it's really just waiting for Lupi to have a good angle to get multiple targets from Team Falcons, and then a good follow-up coming in from Kyrie. So they have two different ways to engage into the fight.
Yeah. Trolls, you just want to clear that out.
Black Dragon
they're
for
going.
Spatial Migration and the Valor Reckon with the Venom Crown this time. The Quantum doesn't land actually, and now Kyrie's still able to escape. Throwing the back lines, give me the Red Tree coming in, but Kai gets it down. Jikundo with the Venom Dragon, but it's only onto Keyboy now as Skylar's mounted down, but he will fall in the end as Sanji takes him out of the fight. Sans flickering out to safety. Kyrie still playing with it. Sans doesn't have the black shoes anymore, and Sano will be able to take him down. It's Keyboy next to the chopping block, mounted by Sanji. Now Lutpi, furious dive. Sano with a yo-yo blitz constantly on him. Good disengage by Kai, tries to run away, but Sano's gonna constantly go for more damage on Kai. Violent Requiem down already, they want to go for the wipeout. They have a wave in the mid lane, 18 seconds for Skylar. Lutpi, can he survive this? I don't think he can.
Oh, they're gonna run it down mid, and they have the waves pushing in, even with a Lord, it doesn't matter.
Troll is looking for the play right now. Lutpi somehow was able to survive. 5 seconds on Skylar. Lutpi buys the immortality. The wave actually spawns in. The Lord up top gonna crash into the base. As that's gonna be Falcons trying their best to clear it out. Skylar respawning. Lutpi right there. They have to defend it, but look at the base up top. Is it a turret? Cuppin is horrible at clearing waves on Jusin. So slow. They get it cleared.
Saves the base turret, but man, Lutpi surviving that was insane, and it bought enough time. Let's take a look at the replay here. I'm not sure where it's gonna catch up on, but there was so much time bought. Look at this initiation. Great usage of this glue. Again, finding Skylar. Yes, Lord was secured. Troll looked for his own angle. Goes in there, even though the Lord was secured, Skylar was just stuck on, right? That's why the glue is so good here from Sanji. Able to take out Skylar. They choose to go back to fight. Boyet goes heals back up, gets his orange, and then they go ahead and follow through. And then it was just a chase, you know, and Kyrie really tried. Good thing he actually kept the Lutpi alive. I know the timing eventually came there, but with Lutpi still alive, it also kept Team Falcons from possibly ending that game.
Yeah, but something that ONIC ID they have to consider, if that happens again, they might not be able to defend that, because now it's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
At 22, the respawn timers will be around 50 seconds up until 1 minute. So it was good on Lutpi, bought enough time so that the rest of ONIC ID was able to respond. But the next time that happens, that's probably going to be the end.
I'm wondering what the answer is if you're ONIC ID here, especially for Skylar. He had to deal with Sanji sticking on to him. And that is a Holy Crystal now locked in for San, so a little more damage.
Cuffin as well.
Built up here, yeah. Both teams just kind of really locked in on the items. Obviously, you need a little more defensiveness here for ONIC, but Lord coming up in about 15. Team Falcons still in a good advantage to work with.
Yeah.
Purple buff going over to Sans. Now also, this is where obviously the immortalities come into play. The Wind of Nature for Skylar. Lord is evolving too, so it's going to be a little bit of a slower take as they have to prep and get in position for this one.
How's the wave in bot? Would love to see the wave in bot. Troll rotates over, will build it to a slow push for them.
Yeah, that's the best they can do.
What is Skylar sell to buy the Wind Talker?
Boots.
No. He already had 6 items earlier. He sold the Wind of Nature. Or wait, it's the Rose Gold. He sold the Rose Gold.
Well, right now Keyboy does have position up top. See him as Skylar as well as Lutpi. I don't think Team Falcons have vision of that. They got to be careful. If they're clumped up, there's multiple ways for ONIC IG to really... I feel like Sanji, if he tosses the second skill first, is still safe.
Wait, Sans popped in ult.
What, Sans?
Uh-oh, did Troll use third part G Kundo?
No, I feel like Sans didn't have vision of him.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh.
Spatial Migration, no Valor Requiem. Actually, it's kind of botched the combo. Skylar in the back, able to flicker out a G Kundo now. Spatial Migration backwards. They are not going to go for the Lord just yet. Glorious Pathway sent down. Troll holding this angle. Wave in the bottom lane is good for Team Falcons. Now as Keyboy gets shredded down by Sano. And ONIC will concede the Lord.
Oh, that was messy from ONIC.
What happened mid?
No, the thing is, I really think that Sans did not see Troll yet. Like, Troll was getting on the way, but he already used the black shoes, so probably a misclick.
Or maybe Troll was waiting in the bush and decided to use skill... Oh, wait. Sanji?
Sanji should be... Okay, he's not going to connect. They got this Lord. It's no
Skylar no ult. Skylar no ult. This is big.
What can Can they defend this here? Lord's gonna have to be worked on.
Troll in the back, gonna go for it, get Skylar! Good furious time, the Petrified peel away from him. Skylar caught by the current call right now, pops in with nature, but will be popped by Cuffin! Lord still alive, base wide open now, Kyrie able to find a spatial migration right now, so Keyboy will be taken out, but it's only immortality now. Lord still alive somehow there. No minions. Sans has cleared it out. Can he survive? No, he cannot. That's Boye with the killing spree. And Team Falcons have wiped ONIC ID. We are going to a game number 3.
Team Falcons will do it in game 2 with a composition that we didn't know they could play. Well, now we know.
And I gotta say, Team Falcons, they are really impressing us right now because, again, the composure that after losing game 1 in that fashion, coming back even stronger. But also ONIC made some very questionable mistakes.
Yeah.
And again, Guinevere, like,
Is it cursed, man?
So it's 1-7 now, or 1-8?
1-8?
I think it might be 1-8, dude.
all I know is you only have one win, and even that one was pretty sketchy.
Detective is the only guy to make Guinevere work. And he went home today after making the Guinevere work.
Yeah, you can see here too. ONIC looking just like we saw Team Falcons in game 1, man. And hey, it comes down to one game now between these two. That is just, again, a massive, massive win for Team Falcons. You gotta love to see it though. Bending what we're used to seeing from them, and they made it work. They made it work from start to finish, really. There was a little bit of hope there for ONIC, but Team Falcons stayed locked in, got the game under their belt.
And remember, folks, ONIC in a best of one is very, very shaky. Maybe they started things off with a win here in the best of 3, but now it's back to just one game.
It's drafts, man. Something about Gwen I really don't like. I don't know why teams still want to go for it. But either ways, this is potentially a very nerve-wracking situation, because even looking at the crowd, even the crowd was like, that was a good game. But at the same time, because what's on the line is Mina's first time to the knockouts,
Yeah.
as well as the champions of Indonesia owned skin, right? Like, who actually possess those skins?
The most owned collab skin.
Yeah, collab, yeah.
Okay. Probably.
Because out of all the skins, Patrick is the easiest. Everything, I guess I see, like, who has the most owned skin, right? Like, who actually possess those skins?
The most owned collab skin.
Yeah, collab, yeah.
Okay. Probably.
Because out of all the skins, Patrick is the easiest. Everything else, they're behind some kind of event.
That's true.
What about the Neymar skin? The Neymar skin was like...
Yeah, that was pretty big, right?
Oh, yeah. True.
Was that was that around M4?
I think it was around M4.
It's M4, yeah.
Because that was like a one you could also kind of like upgrade, or like, wasn't there one and then there was like an upgraded version? Something like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. And then what else? What other collab skins do we have that are like you could buy?
You could buy
from the shop. I can't think of anything.
I don't know. We need more cartoons though.
What's the next?
For me, I would say Adventure Time.
Ooh.
I think that would be.
that's
I
a
don't
good
know
one.
who would be who though. Like, you know.
Yeah. I would love a Jake skin.
I don't know what other.
Jake would be a pretty solid glue.
Yeah, actually,
Right?
you would. But Glue's got enough, man. He's already got the Patrick. So
Let's find something for Fulvius. Which, by the way, it looks like he is going to have, I believe it's a Soul Vessel skin or something.
Fulvius?
Yeah.
Oh.
Either Soul Vessel or the other one.
Exorcist?
Exorcist, thank you very much.
Okay.
I think it's the Exorcist skin.
That sounds insane. That sounds loco. Oh, broken walls again. This is the winning map for Falcons. Oh, ONIC around blue. Hold on now.
Blue, hold on now. Pause.
Again, they go Yuzong this time. All right. To be fair, that wasn't a problem. So, I like the Yuzong pick.
I wonder how. Okay, so how's Team Falcons gonna approach this? Do they just go Assassin again for Boyette? Right off the bat, with Kalea being open, like, do they want to pick up a Kalea? Kalea's there.
Oh, yeah, they should.
They've got the Kalea Farsa.
Yep. I think Kalea Lancelot would be the best. If you really want to go safe.
I feel like they can set up for... I don't know how good they are on a Sora. I was thinking Sora 3, but I don't know whether they're good on that.
What?
They decide to go a Cho.
Although I think I remember Cuffin had amazing games on Valen, so
Is it because the Kalea is something they expect? But like again, this is
maybe.
basically like CG all over again. Game number 2, no? Like the Kalea is open and you go for the Cho instead of the Kalea.
Seeing how Troll played it, I can kind of accept it because the thing that Troll did is not all the catches is about zoning, right?
Yeah.
Actually buying time, being a nuisance, and again, I kind of feel like this is just more on you already did good on the Cho, so we're not gonna be ruining your momentum. And if ONIC picks up the Kalea, like you said, the Valentina will be there to just steal it away.
Kalea Kimmy with the Yuzong. This is a good start to the draft by ONIC, even though the Kimmy hasn't really been too good, but we literally
Haya?
have seen some
Haya
good
or
stuff.
Lance and then just ban it out?
I think Lance. I think Haya is tough to deal. Huh.
As a Kalea, I prefer fighting against Haya instead of a Lance, but again, maybe Coach Howie Burn is just like saying like my players are in a flow state. I don't want to take it out. And now again, the Phantom War so far it's still for ONIC Falcons. Only 2 for now.
They go
See,
to Baksha.
they always make you ask like which Falcon are you fighting against?
But like,
Yeah, I know. Yuzong. Yeah.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It broke game 1. You found a way to win game. Dude, this
What if this box
this
is not
looks
even
so much like GOF, dude. It looks so much like GOF. It's a
yeah.
1-1, and
we
in
have
game
game
3,
three.
it's just,
It was
dude,
ground.
Falcon, come on. I mean, I'm Indonesia, but you
And
know,
then
like
ban
to see the
Lunox.
same thing again, I don't know. Because CC can still come through here. I hope Falcons ban out the.
Or
And
they
then the
take the
Lunox,
CC.
yeah. Oh, they can take CC, you're right.
ban
but,
Lunox take CC.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then they would like damage, no? Like, look at this comp. This comp does not deal damage.
True. Because in my head, I'm also thinking, what if they do something crazy and put Baxia EXP?
Baksha EXP?
Not the greatest of ideas, but
Nah.
again, what if they
Against
try to be
Yuzong?
cheeky? Yeah. No,
I think that's
I'm not saying it's
yeah.
a good idea. I'm
Yeah.
just
You're just putting it out
stating-
there.
Yeah.
I like the glue ban. I really like the glue ban. That was a big problem for them. Oh, Falcon will have to make a decision, by the way. Like, either... Because, like, the Lancelot's still up for grabs. The Hayabusa as well. I think
Yep.
in this game particularly, I would prefer to go Lance over Hayabusa, right? There are too many dashes for the Hayabusa.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, it's Kai, so maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he just goes for it.
I
But
mean,
you have
they
to make
do
a
have the
decision.
Valentina to take away the Kalea ult,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they have 2 ways to catch.
that's true. But if you do that, then...
But meaning to say, because of that, I would rather fight against a Haya than a Lance.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it's a lot. Like,
Haya is easier to catch
yeah, I
when
was
you have.
gonna say,
Yeah.
Lancelot's just too elusive.
Yeah.
All right, they go with the CC ban.
Oh.
This is one of the heroes we were talking about.
Yeah, but
Can pop
we're
up.
talking about banning out Lunox taking CC, so yeah, interesting.
So... This
Is this Valen EXP or something? At this point, I'm confused. I don't know what's going
It
on.
looks like a setup for a Uranus or an Esmeralda. Now, do ONIC ban one of those out, right? Because you might not get the Lunox. If Falcon pick up the Lunox,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense with the comp
Yeah.
because then they'll have too much magic.
Yeah.
But it's a way to be like, here's a very annoying comp, and we know that you are panicking right now. We are calm. Expectations are on you, friend.
I feel like I'm confused because Falcon is basically boomeranging this draft.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Right,
Go back to the boomerang.
They
here.
have a weird first 3 picks. Now we just have to see whether they can bring it all back in and
back.
make it make sense.
Well, that's what we saw too from the last game when they utilized, or I guess we could call it the boomerang. They could make it happen here. This is probably where we see the. Are they going to show the XP first? Because that, I don't know. There is the chance, right? There's always a chance with a Baksha and a Valentina pop an XP. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to go against a Yuzhong with?
Yeah. What is a good goat laner here? I guess the Granger is still up.
Yeah, for ONIC, I think they go Lance Granger if Falcons don't pick
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
Lunox is still up.
That is a very
That's very-
interesting choice.
That's more so like curveball. Like this was curveball draft here, LaFell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miles
I think it's
Kampf?
either a boomerang or just a home run. Home run in a bad way where you just you just let the ball fly and then just let it be.
Lancelot Granger
Yeah.
should be the option to go for here,
That
right?
seems the most sound choice.
If they really, oh yeah, you're right. If they, how crazy?
Or Harith?
Harith is very
Harith,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
Harith,
I was
yeah.
about to say. Lunox can still work as well.
Time to drop the beat of the flash.
Joy Granger.
Joy Granger. The Joy's really, really good against the Baksha, but I think I think this is a very risky choice. I don't know why they are not going for Lance on Kyrie because, I mean, we were talking about it, Haya or Lance. Haya would be the easier target to target by Cho and by the Valentino who can still Tsunami Slam. Joy is even easier than that.
It's like, it's so much easier, it's so much squishier, you know, especially in terms of the elusiveness that you get with a
but I guess,
and Haya.
I guess he's thinking, I'll be fully stacked up whenever the CC comes so I can just pop Electrifying Beat. So it's more of a like high risk, high reward type of pick, more than the, ooh, that is a great pick as well, by the way.
Because the Joy came through too.
Yeah, but the Kalea Yuzong, is it enough to take the Phobius out in the early game? That's the question.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we really have to see the first interaction between both teams here because both games have really come down to who made the first mistake, and then it just, I don't know, in a way like messes with their mental that they just could not recover from for some reason.
Like it kind of snowballed from like initial plays. Look at the lineup ratings here. Not looking good for ONIC, but again, take it with a grain of salt. We've seen it come down to really the execution here for both teams so far throughout the series. And this, it comes down to this one game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final game of the Swiss stage. This will determine whether Falcons will be the first MENA team to make it to the knockouts or ONIC continue to reign here in Indonesia.
Welcome to the Land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. We'll find out now that it's down to a best of one. And we heard earlier, ONIC doesn't like best of ones, and it's coming down to this one game so far. Team Falcons as well, picking up a Mozkov, a hero you don't see too often. A lot of early poking already in the, whoa.
That's why we don't like the Valentina and the Cho, but like, I guess this is what Falcons did to themselves, and now it's not going to be level 2 for Coffin and for Troll. They have to use so many resources at the start of the game just to get away.
Yeah, it looks like losing lanes for Falcons all around the board here.
That's true.
Yeah, because even the Phobius will not have a good time against the Yuzong and
Free Letho.
Moskov Granger. Moskov can survive, but really more a Granger favorite. Looking at the emblem so far, nothing brings to the mind.
Yeah, Troll's gonna be taken very low. Boyet has shield unity. We'll be able to lock in on Kiba, but Kyrie joins in the fun now. No flicker on Troll. First blood to Kai. Falcon still deciding to fight despite losing Prio early.
Great response there. I mean, it was basically mirrored in terms of the rotation from both sides, but because that flicker was burned earlier on, that's the advantage when it comes to these early battle spells being used.
Yeah, and again, like the first interaction that they have, Falcon's gonna start, oh, hold on.
Okay, Electrifying Pete's under turret. Sano's gonna be taken low, taken out by Kai. Gets one last turret shot on him. He will help to clear out the wave. Keyboy gets away as well in the bottom lane. No trade available for Team Falcons.
Yeah, much better start here coming in from ONIC Indonesia, Team Falcons. Yep. Now they got to figure out how to kind of stabilize. I wonder if they will force a fight around the turtle. At that point, I don't even know if that's a good call.
It's crazy, man, because Troll's only level 2, you know? So, like,
yeah,
I don't know how they're going to deal with this first turtle coming up. It might be easier. Yes, Keyboy's not level 4, but he's working on it. They're going to battle for it, though, it looks like.
Electrifying Beats coming down now. Boya's going to be chain CC. Kai wins out the retreat battles. That's too much damage for Sanji to deal with. Now it's Boyet caught. Kai's on a killing spree. Ooh. Man.
That's why I was wondering. I don't know if they want to contest it.
Yeah.
They should have just, given how the first portion of the early game went, they should have just given that up at least to just buy themselves enough time to kind of reset in.
I don't know what's going on. Like, I really don't like when drafts just go 1,080 when you already have a winning.
You mean 180?
Oh, 1,080.
What's 1,080?
No, you just spin so many times.
Ah, okay.
So 180 times 10.
Yeah.
Damn.
Gotcha. That's a lot of spins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about, though, too. Like, you know, again, this lineup that Team Falcons brought to this game 3, if, you know, with the Mozkov, we already know it's going to take time to build up, especially against Skylar here on the Granger, but more so, too, you're playing around this Cho, and you were delayed so much. I mean, he's still level 3 right now for Troll. And so your game plan, the way to make this work is kind of, it's stalled out. You know, you're entering that portion of the game where already that second turtle is going to be up here in about 30 seconds or so, and you're just kind of waiting. Keyboy going to be a whole level up. Yes, Cuffin's holding on to his own Tsunami Slam, but They kind of have to rely now on Boya to go ahead and rotate around, set things up with Sanji later on for this objective fight. Oh!
Tsunami Slam, lock control down. He just got the flicker back up, and now Kyrie sings a song, or rather puts a song down on him. That's yet another kill for Kai for 0-1.
Yeah, I gotta say, Troll set up so that a kick had a good angle for Boya to do something about it, but that was really nothing for him to do about it. And now Boya is gonna get pushed by ONIC ID.
Oh, wow. I think, yeah, just forced off again. Kyrie playing into an advantage that he can build up with Turtle coming up now, too. Troll not having a flicker again. You're kind of just... Sans doing his thing. Giving the dance there in the mid.
As much as I enjoy... Oh, SOD! Don't take it, Sans. What, huh? What?
Sans got that?
Wait. Oh, did he get it from the burn of the low one?
I mean, Kyrie did not use Retry, so...
Oh, Retry. He used it for this, so that's why.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, yes, as an Indonesian, happy that ONIC's winning, but why does it always happen to Falcons Game 3? I don't get it.
We just saw this, I feel like, was it last month?
GOF,
Yeah,
dude.
2 months ago.
It's Valentina, Cho, and then Baksha.
I mean, like,
it's like,
we don't have
got to be
losers
studied.
interview, but games like this...
we need a loser's interview because, like, they gotta explain.
I don't know if it's just... Again, with even the way the order of the draft came through, you're looking at it. I mean, Troll had an amazing game last time, but when your Cho doesn't have, like, even if he gets a kick, it's like, what can you do with the kick?
No, honestly, in games like this, reminds me of Jake Paul, man.
Jake Paul?
It's every day, bro.
No, if you think about it long enough, you'll see what I'm saying.
Or is that Logan? Wait, is that?
No, Jake.
No, that's Jake. That's Jake, bro.
Yeah, it's every day, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, how does it remind you of him?
I can say it off broadcast.
All right.
Leave them guessing, man.
Yeah.
Right now.
W chat bait.
I was gonna say, oh man.
Yeah, they got caught in the traction pulse.
Oh, nice.
Sans is just 360ing, or as you said it, LaFell, what, 1080?
1080. Wait, 10. Yeah, 1080.
How many rotations is 1080 again? I kind of forgot.
By the way,
It's not
like,
10, but...
yeah, it's not 10. I don't know, bro. Passer maths.
Yeah, technically one.
Type in the chat.
One full circle is 360, brother.
Just chat bait the chat.
So that's
bro.
like 3x.
Just chat bait the chat.
It's 3 spins.
Yeah, 3 spins, yeah.
Right now, Team Falcons is spinning around right now, trying to decide what to do
I wonder
here.
if chat understands what I'm leading to.
I think they are, man.
yeah.
Chat is way smarter than you would imagine. Whoa!
Tsunami Slam, but I don't know if you want to go on Keyboy. Another Tsunami Slam. Look at the zoning from Lutpi up above. Boy, yeah, it's going to be taken down. Skylar picks up his first Sky Piercer stack. Sanji going to be next on the chopping block as Skylar gets a double. And ONIC push their lead to 6,607 and oh.
Wow, at the 6.5 minute mark, too. A lead like this, they'll go and force their way under the tier 1 turret. No threat at all from Cuffin and Troll here. And now with this turtle up, last one, just going to go in the hands of Kyrie as he secures it. 3 for 3 in the turtles.
2 for 3. One was Sans, brother.
That's right, Sans.
Well, right now with 7,000 gold, 7-0. Kind of feels a bit over because so far there's not been any good Moscow games from wildcards till now.
It's almost like Falcons just intentionally
No, that's why I say
cook their own draft.
This feels like Jake Paul.
I understand it now.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. You don't have to say it off broadcast. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the assignment here. Yeah, look at that. Oh, dude, look at the gold difference.
3,000, bro.
Oh my goodness.
3,000, bro.
I don't know. I just don't know why it happens every game 3. Is it just the pressure too much that they like?
Is it in their contract?
Maybe. I mean, Tsunami Slam around Boyet into the mobilization, traction pulse as well. Boyet to be taken very low, shredded down by physical and magical. Good body block for Sanji, but it's not enough, man. And he's caught all alone. Lutpi, we're in the bush. Petrifying the Furious Die, baiting out the Purify now as Lutpi walks back onto Sanji. Oh no, Sanji's baited in. Another stack for Skylar. Tsunami Slam stolen. Skylar gets a double. 10-1. Sans is spinning.
We always get the zoom in of Sans doing his thing here, but man, Team Falcons now on the other side of it, dealing with this kind of lead. Boy, it jumps in.
Oh, good Furious Dive there to prevent Troll from going GQ, no flicker. Skylar now walking back up. Rhapsody coming down over on Boyet, forcing the point Sans there. Oh, threading the needle. Skylar 6-0-2, 60 stacks on Sky Piercer, a free orange buff.
You know what? You really need this Granger skin, man. It's really growing on me.
Dude,
I have it.
we haven't been able to play, man. I need to wait for my diamonds.
Oh no, under the turret they go.
Electrifying beats. Oh my, Skylar's godlike.
Oh my days.
Oh my days,
Oh my
indeed. Team
days.
Falcons, where did it all go so wrong?
Dude,
Dude.
10.6.
I really
9
don't want
minutes
to talk
in.
about the game, man.
Look at the stacks.
486, 492, 970, 702, 8214, 8222.
Yeah. 702, an 030, an 041.
Take it, Sano.
Oh man. At
And that's
this
a
point,
315.
yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen here for Team Falcons. This lineup as well isn't the best defensiveness that we've seen from competitions. Whoa!
They go all in on Sans, but he has the Purified Troll, goes over the way the Dragon. Look at appeal coming down from Keyboy. Sans gets shoulder bashed and finally gets taken out. But Ludwig comes around. 1v3? No. But oh no, Troll.
Troll the sacrifice.
Electrifying beats. A shot from Skylar puts him at 80 stacks, 8-0-2.
Okay. They went to go make a play. They get Sans. They got to deal with this Lord coming through. Sans will be back up for this, and so will Troll, but still, nonetheless, they're still in the same position here.
No bounty, man. So, like, yeah, exactly the same. Actually worse, because Skylar got a stack.
Got another stack. Oh man, this is...
I think for them, they understood that they're losing.
Yeah.
But Sans did too much.
Yeah.
Too much spinning, so like...
They can
let's just
handle the
kill
loss,
him.
but not the disrespect.
Yep.
Yeah, right now, look at this. The shots, too, from a distance, just kind of poking them down. Lord slowly making its way down this bottom side here. Cuffin's holding on to that Tsunami Slam. I don't know if they can pull a miracle play off.
I don't think so.
That-
I don't think they have the damage.
Cuffin needs to land a 5-man Tsunami Slam.
Yeah.
There you go. That's one. That's just one. Now Ludwig comes around. Keyboy's gonna be taken very low. He still survives. What?
Oh,
He dies finally to the SOD. Boya goes over to shield unity. Ludwig jumps in. Petrify on 3. Gets all of the DOT and the healing now. Goes over another slash as Kyrie walks up with electrifying beats, and that's gonna be Cuffin taken low. Ludwig right there. Skylar, does he execute anyone? No, he does not. 2 base turrets to ONIC ID.
ONIC says, you know what? We've got this lead. Let's not throw it here. They take the 2 base turrets down off that push. A Divine Glaive now in the hands of Sans. But Team Falcons have bought him a little more time. I'm not sure exactly what the game plan for them is going to be here, because Sano so far away, man. Again, on this Moskov, still trying to build in. Only has a Corrosive Scythe, Golden Staff, doesn't have the DHS yet. As you take a glimpse, I mean, my goodness, dude.
5,000
The gap in the gold lane right now.
Dude, that's crikey, mate.
That is crikey indeed. At this point.
Oh, 4,500. Oh, that's painful, mate.
There we go. They're going to go for it.
Black.
Looking for this last turret.
Dragon form. Tsunami Slam over on Boya now. Harry building up the stacks. Troll trying to cancel with Yikudo now. Oh, Electrifying Beats coming out. And it's a free kill to Skylar. 9-0-2. He's legendary. He's legendary. And he's legendary.
They can't end it here. They're going to poke a little bit further, though.
Troll might be dead. He is dead. Oh, Skylar, last shot. Can't find it. He's going to go for the base, though. The base is going to be cracked up open. Cuffin looking for the play. Skylar, legendary again. Sound on the back. Trumping forward. ONIC makes it to the knockout stage. It took a while. They struggled, but they did it.
ONIC will get it done in Game 3. Just as dominant as they did in Game 1 to get to the knockout stage.
Congratulations. It was not an easy route. But the important thing is that now they're here in the knockouts. But now it's all about dealing with the other 7 teams in the knockout stage. Thank you to Team Falcons for all their hard work. But I don't know, man. If I knew Arabic, I would have my own choice of words. But
That's a tough, I mean, that's a tough one. That's a tough way to end, man.
that's a very tough way to end. A lot of questions, but you know, it's for everyone else to really think about it. For now, let's just celebrate the victory of ONIC Indonesia. Again, big congratulations. Game 1 and Game 3 were very dominant. It's just Game 2, a little blemish in their record.
Can I just say too that you gotta think how much work had to be done in this M7. It's very different from our previous, M series. I feel like some of these championship teams, of course, had to go through the grinder, man, to get to the knockout stage. And I think that's gonna make a very interesting knockout stage ahead of us.
And again, for Falcon, they were so close to making it. They were a draft away.
I don't know, man.
It has to be studied. It has to be something that we gotta mention it because like that definitely needs to be studied. Cho and Kalea's open. Valentina in first pick red.
That's the kind of thing that would make me throw my glasses away because I feel like I've seen enough.
If I was watch partying, the things I would be saying right now, you know, Fab.
Yeah, I would be the same right now.
If I was watch party, I would just close the stream.
Luckily, I'm casting though, so I just you know yap around and yeah.
I feel again like these guys, these individual players from Team Falcons have been through so much in the last year or so. You know, again, you got to consider
It's
what
so
they've been through
sad.
professionally. Yeah,
Yeah, but you also think by this time they learned.
I don't know. Again, I wish I knew. Like,
Yeah,
that's why you always wish you could hear the comms when it comes to the drafts, of course, because you know I'm sure a lot of us, ourselves, the viewers out there, their supporters probably have questions. I mean, the players themselves look like they probably have questions, man, at this point. But this one was definitely it was a draft issue, and there was just nothing that could be done, especially when you kind of like you just get smacked around from the start to the finish here.
Yeah. And I feel like we are seeing all of this out of love. Because again, like if we didn't care, we're like, oh well, GG, good job ONIC, you know. But the fact that we're talking about is because we see the potential.
Yeah.
We see how strong they are. To see them fumble does hurt a little bit in the boo-boo, you know. But anyways, right now we will be going over to the stage with Rose and the.
For 2 years straight, Team Falcons had to bow out of the competition, just one win away from qualifying to the knockout stages. Although they could not advance further to the next stage, their presence alone in the international stage was more inspiring than anything they've ever done. Once again, thank you so much to Team Falcon for such an inspiring journey. And of course, the team to get the last ticket to the knockouts tomorrow. Indonesia, make some noise for ONIC ID! Wow, that was an intense series, and I think everybody was definitely at the edge of their seat. Now, Sans, congratulations on securing the last ticket for the knockout stages. What does this win mean to your team who's had such a shaky journey so far in this M7? Let's go, Paddington!
Mungkin kemenangan hari ini ya ini bikin kita mental naik juga. Terus alhamdulillah menang juga hari ini 2-1 dan kita udah masuk playoff. Pastinya besok kita tetap main lagi dan ya kita sisanya kasih yang terbaik aja sih.
Okay, San said that actually this win definitely helped their momentum and their mentality state as they play for the knockout stages tomorrow. And of course, all that aside, they will definitely do their best in their upcoming match. Thank you so much, San. And of course, Kiboy. Kiboy, Game 1 was definitely amazing. It was dominating, in fact, for the side of ONIC ID. Game 2, however, was so shaky. Could you perhaps share with us what actually happened in the game that led to such a shaky game?
Ya, menurut gua tim Falcon kuat juga lah dan nggak mau kalah juga karena ada jauh-jauh datang ke Indo. Jadi mereka berjuang mati-matian juga. Terus kita juga bikin banyak mistake lah di early sama mid game lah.
He said that. Yes, Paddington. Okay, Paddington.
Translate, Paddington.
Okay, let's go, Paddington.
Apa tadi?
It's okay, I'll do it. I got you, Paddington. So, Q-Boy said that they could see the fighting spirit from the side of Team Falcons as they came from a very far place. They came here to play their hearts out. It was definitely a do-or-die situation, and in that situation, Team Falcons stepped up. And of course, from the side of ONIC, they could see a little bit of the mistakes coming in from the early to mid-game. Okay, guys, Paddington, you need to step up as my translator, okay?
Okay.
Okay, very good. Now,
Focus.
Kyrie, just so you know, based on stats, you actually haven't died 3 out of 4 games up until you picked that Guinevere. And you haven't died 3 out of 4 games ever since, until you picked that Guinevere. So, could you share with us, Guinevere kind of has a shaky statistics right now here in the M7. Do you think Guinevere is actually still very much viable?
Ano ata, hindi ko naintindihan yung una.
Okay, we'll do it in Tagalog this time around. So,
No, I couldn't hear her.
you haven't died. Sorry.
Dive?
You died. Hindi ka pa namamatay
Oh,
in
died.
3 out of 4 games
Oh, okay,
until
okay,
you
okay,
pick
okay.
Guinevere.
Oh, because Mr. Paddington here asked me to play Guinevere earlier because Guinevere is his main hero in Magic Chess.
Oh, sumusala Paddington. It's all Paddington's fault. Paddington,
Yeah, it's always his fault.
it's always his
Yeah.
fault. Paddington, why did you ask him to pick Guinevere?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Why did you ask Kyrie to pick Guinevere?
Yeah, it's good hero. Kyrie, we try it at Scream also and we get the good result. So we trust Kyrie with this Guinevere.
So you guys think it's a viable pick, this M series still, despite not very good of a statistics from
Yeah,
Guinevere?
I think it's still playable, the hero.
Okay, there you guys hear it from Paddington. Now, Lutpi, just like TLID's journey last year in the M6, they qualified to the knockouts by eliminating a team from MENA. Does this mean that potentially it's foreshadowing that ONIC ID will go into the grand finals just like TLID?
Translate, please.
Yeah, juga aja gua ngomong. Sorry, repeat.
Okay.
K-boy so easy.
Okay,
Cannot
boy.
hear.
Okay. So last year in the M6, TLID entered the knockout stages after eliminating MENA. And after that, they ended up in the grand finals. So is this a foreshadowing that ONIC ID will also end up in the grand finals like TL?
Iya, karena dia dari bawah terus ke
Kalau dari aku ya mungkin semoga kita perjalanan sampai ke TLAD kan. Terus habis itu ya yang semoga yang di finalnya kita bisa menang lah.
He said he hopes that he has the same journey as TLID and they end up in the grand finals. But this time around, they hope to win the grand finals. And of course, last but not least, we have Skylar. I will need Paddington's help.
Ya.
Okay, Skylar. After this interview, we will be having a draw for the knockout stages, right? 3-2 will meet 3-0. Who do you want to meet? SRG or Alter Ego? They're having a team discussion right now.
Pakai bahasa Inggris saya diajarin.
Okay, go. Let's go.
I want to meet SRG.
Wow!
Because last year I always losing against SRG and then I want to revenge.
Wow! And there you guys have it. ONIC ID wants to meet SRG in the first round of the knockout stages. Indonesia once again. This is ONIC Indonesia heading to the knockout stages. An amazing game. Congratulations, boys. We will see you guys in a bit for the draws. And that wraps up the Swiss stage for today. We are throwing it back to the panel to break down what happened in this amazing series. And of course, I shall see you guys shortly for the draws.